Have you ever thought about what your thumbs are going to be like when you're like 75 years old? It probably isn't something you think about every day. Blog.tsglobal.com says that nearly 200,000 texts are sent every second. Can you imagine how many thumbs are moving as I speak? Although many people don't text every day, they probably don't know who invented texting, how it's really becoming popular, or realize how it's affecting their lives. So let's start with who invented texting. Well, no one in particular actually invented texting. It was thought of by a group of people in 1980. But a man by the name of Friedhelm Hillenbrand made this wonderful text messaging system a glory to everyone who is now a texter. In 1986, Friedhelm presented some information to a committee saying that the standard texting should be set at about 160 characters, due to the fact that when you write a postcard, you generally can only write about 150 characters. The New York Times said a few years later, a man by the name of Neil Papworth sent the first text message from his computer to his friend's cell phone saying a simple phrase you hear every December, Merry Christmas. The reason he sent it from his computer was because phones weren't made for texting yet. Since that day, the popularity of cell phones has hit the roof. But why is it that cell phones have become so popular? Let's say you want to have friends over for a movie, and it's about 7 o'clock, but you want them to come over 8 o'clock. You're not going to call every single one of them, are you? You're probably going to text them because it's easier. But why would you do that? One.advice.wordpress says that if you text someone over a long day, it's easier to do that than to sit on the phone and talk to them. But if you really needed to make that choice while you were driving, what would you do? In 2008, about 5,900 people died from texting and driving, or either being hit by someone texting and driving. Would that be worth losing your life? In this picture, it shows a driver who is texting and driving. There are about 12 bikers that were biking across the road. These are 12 lives that did not need to be lost by one simple mistake that could have been avoided. But one of the main things I think about when I see someone texting and driving is a certain commercial I saw on television, and also this article from www.ljworld.com. The story was about a girl who was reading a text that simply said this: yeah. Within the time that she read this 4-letter word, her life was lost due to rolling her vehicle instantly. It is a really hard thing to believe. Many people think, oh, I'll be okay while I'm texting and driving. I'm good at it. I'll be fine. But you never know when something bad could happen. Should that be the reason why texting is so popular? Absolutely not. Texting should be popular to text new friends or stay in touch with them, or send your parents a quick text and letting them know where you're at or when you'll be home. But many people abuse it, and it's affecting their lives greatly. That leads me to my third point. How is texting affecting our lives? It is. As I said before in my introduction, statistics show that nearly 200,000 texts are sent every second. Can you believe that? Imagine if someone didn't respond to one of those texts. What if it was your text? It would probably make you impatient. Impatience is what kids are lacking today due to texting. If someone doesn't respond right away, they usually send out a text that says, "Are you there?" exclamation point, question mark, etc. What does this mean to you? People are starting to use abbreviations, and a teacher said in an interview on usnews.com that students' punctuation and capitalization skills are declining fast. This does make sense to some people, but it might not make sense to some other people. Something that many people do not understand, though, is that when they're texting someone, the text that is being sent may be interpreted differently than it was supposed to be. If you don't include the word LOL or haha in every so many texts, somebody may think you are mad at them. Is this really how we want to live our lives? I surely don't want to live my life like this. So to getting to know who invented texting, why it has become popular, and realize how it is affecting our lives make you think twice, think of this. If all of a sudden, all the cell phone towers and all of the cell phones went out, what would we do? We would probably all panic. So maybe try going one day without your cell phone, and then maybe someday We will be thankful for our cell phones, and we won't take them for granted. Do you think you could do it?